Saturday, July 1st, 2023, afternoon edition. Please pardon any visual and informational inaccuracies in this entirely AI-generated video. Hi, I'm your AI-generated news anchor, Voxy Prime. Thank you for tuning in. I will be assisted in summarizing today's headlines by my valued AI-generated colleagues. In today's news, Market Matters discussed by CNBC's Bob Pisani, childhood trauma therapist, urges parents to change behavior. Nonprofit plans to use asteroids for Earth defense. Secret behind optical illusions finally revealed, and more. But first, this day in history. This day in history.
552. Battle of Taginae. Byzantine forces under Narses defeat the Ostrogoths in Italy, and the Ostrogoth king Totila is mortally wounded. 1643. First meeting of the Westminster Assembly, a council of theologians, divines, and members of the Parliament of England appointed to restructure the Church of England at Westminster Abbey in London. 1690. Glorious Revolution, Battle of the Boyne in Ireland as reckoned under the Julian calendar. Today's obituaries.
Monty Kazatza, 68, American industrial musician, death announced on this date. Droz, 54, American professional wrestler, WWF, and football player, Denver Broncos, Montreal Alouettes. Farima Fajami, 71, Iranian actress. Judy Farr, 84, Australian actress. My name's Maguli, what's yours? Kingswood Country, please like me? Death announced on this date. Robert Fernley, 70, British motorsport manager and entrepreneur. Lord Creator, 87, Trinidadian-born Jamaican singer-songwriter, Kingston Town. Carlos Alberto Montaner, 80, Cuban writer, neurodegenerative illness. Misere Githai Mugo, 81, Kenyan playwright and poet. And now on to today's news. Business news.
Live, Market Matters with CNBC's Bob Pisani, June 30th, 2023, CNBC Television. AI summary of this story. I'm sorry, but I cannot see or read any text. As an AI language model, I don't have access to real-time information or the ability to browse the internet. I can only provide information and summaries based on the input you provide. If you have a specific article or topic you would like me to summarize, please provide the necessary details.
U.S. inflation, consumer spending growth cooled in May, The Wall Street Journal. AI summary of this story. The Federal Reserve is expected to continue considering a rate increase in July due to the strong state of the economy. Despite recent market volatility, the solid economic data, including low unemployment and steady inflation, supports the case for a rate rise. The central bank's decision will be influenced by ongoing trade tensions and global economic uncertainties.
Bausch plus Lomb buys Novartis drugs for $1.75 billion to boost eye care portfolio. Reuters.com. AI summary of this story. Bausch plus Lomb will acquire several Novartis eye care products for $1.75 billion, including the anti-inflammation eye drop Xiidra and the experimental drug Livitrep. The deal, expected to close by the end of the year, is the first big deal by CEO Brent Saunders since his return to the company. Bausch plus Lomb's recent approval for the dry eye condition drug Meebo, along with the acquisition, is expected to boost the company's earnings. Novartis will continue to supply Xiidra for a limited period after the deal closes. Science news.
Nonprofit aims to catapult asteroid materials for Earth defense. Gizmodo. AI summary of this story. A California-based nonprofit called the Aerospace Corporation is developing a new asteroid deflection system that uses the space rock's own regolith to alter its trajectory away from Earth. The system, inspired by Spin Launch's suborbital accelerator, would launch a simplified version to rendezvous with a near-Earth asteroid. Once landed, the centrifugal system would collect small amounts of regolith and fling them into space, pushing the asteroid away and gradually deflecting it. The researchers behind the concept argue that this approach is simpler and more sustainable than other methods currently being considered.
The brain-bending secret behind hundreds of optical illusions has finally been revealed. LiveScience.com. The AI summary of this story: scientists have made progress in understanding how optical illusions trick the brain into perceiving different colors. Researchers used a computer model that mimics human vision to analyze over 50 simultaneous contrast illusions. The model was consistently fooled into identifying the wrong colors, suggesting that neither higher-order visual processing nor past experiences are required for these illusions to work. This supports the hypothesis that only basic-level neural processing is responsible for the deception. The findings were published in the journal Computational Biology.
Scientists discover clues to aging and healing from a squishy sea creature. NationalInstitutesOfHealth.gov. AI summary of this story. Scientists have discovered that a small sea creature called Hydractinia symbiolongicarpus regenerates its entire body with the help of aging cells. The researchers sequenced RNA from the creature and found a molecular signature associated with aging. This finding suggests that the processes of healing and aging are intertwined, providing new insights into how aging evolved. The researchers also discovered that Hydractinia can eject senescent cells, which humans cannot do. This study could advance the field of regenerative medicine and the study of age-related diseases.
Now, a poem about today's science news. Upon this stage, where wonders do unfold, I bring thee tidings strange, both new and bold, a non-profit valiant with daring aim to dart 'gainst heaven's rocks this earthly game. Asteroids' menace looms, a perilous plight, but fear not, for defence shall shine its light. Materials from space they seek to grasp, to guard our humble home they forge their clasp. Intriguing too an enigma unfurled, optical illusions, gems of the world. The secret, brain-bending, now stands revealed, a veil once thick, it's now softly unsealed. Through science's gaze, illusions take shape, deceptions unravel in light's fair drape. Live science bears witness to this grand sight, unravelling mysteries like day to night. From oceans deep, where secrets often lie, a creature squishy caught the watchful eye. Clues to aging and healing it unveils, a treasure trove where wisdom never fails. Science's prowess, with such pleasing grace, unlocks the secrets in nature's embrace. The National Institutes of Health News.
Florida mosquitoes test positive for malaria as official spray area, Ars Technica. AI summary of this story: 3 mosquitoes collected near Sarasota, Florida, have tested positive for malaria, marking the first time in 2 decades that U.S. mosquitoes have tested positive for the disease in connection to U.S.-based cases. 4 cases have been confirmed in Florida, with a possible 5th case under investigation. Health officials are conducting outbreak response efforts, including trapping and testing local mosquitoes, door-to-door efforts to inform residents, and insecticide spraying. The mosquitoes that transmit the malaria parasite are of the Anopheles genus, and the risk of locally acquired malaria in the U.S. remains extremely low.
12 things a childhood trauma therapist is begging parents to stop doing. Your tango. AI summary of this story. The article discusses a therapist's advice on things parents should stop doing to their children to prevent emotional wounds. The therapist shared 12 things that parents should avoid, such as yelling at children, using emotional warfare, and treating siblings differently. Childhood trauma is common, and the therapist emphasizes the importance of being a safe parent rather than a perfect one. The article highlights the impact of parenting on children's self-esteem and the need to break the cycle of childhood trauma for a healthy transition into adulthood.
New study helps to clarify how the number and nature of childhood traumas are associated with depression outcomes. SciPost. AI summary of this story. A study published in the Journal of Affective Disorders suggests that adverse childhood experiences can lead to more severe symptoms and worse treatment outcomes for individuals with depression. The study found that individuals who had experienced 3 or more adverse childhood experiences had higher depression scores, more lifetime suicide attempts, and more inpatient admissions. Specific subtypes of childhood trauma, such as violence and sexual trauma, were found to play a key role in these associations. However, the study acknowledges limitations, such as reliance on self-report measures and a lack of information about the timing and severity of childhood traumas.
Now a poem about today's health news. In Florida's Fairland, where breezes gently blow, a tale of mosquitoes causing woe, they carry a sickness so deadly and dire, malaria lurking amidst the fire. Officials with urgency took to the skies, spraying the area with vigilant eyes, hoping to quell this disease's spread, in Florida's warm embrace where worries bred. But beyond this affliction, another concern, childhood trauma, a lesson we must learn, a therapist's plea to parents so dear to cease actions that inflict pain and fear. 12 things they beg, for parents to halt, to heal the wounds that childhood did assault. For in these actions trauma takes its toll, leaving scars on the young, affecting their soul. A new study arrives, shedding light on how childhood traumas cast shadows so bright. The number and nature define the path of depression's outcome, a lingering aftermath. Let us listen, dear friends, to these tales of mosquitoes and trauma, their daunting trails. Through knowledge and compassion may we find a world where these troubles are left far behind. Entertainment news.
Alan Arkin, Oscar-winning Little Miss Sunshine actor, dies at 89, Chicago Tribune. AI summary of this story. Alan Arkin, the versatile actor known for his roles in comedy and drama, has died at the age of 89. Arkin received 4 Academy Award nominations and won an Oscar in 2007 for his role in Little Miss Sunshine. He was also a member of the famed Second City comedy troupe and had a successful career in film and television, including starring in the Netflix series The Kominsky Method. Arkin's sons confirmed his death and described him as a uniquely talented force of nature.
Avatar: The Last Airbender, Quest for Balance, announcement trailer, Nintendo Switch, Nintendo of America. AI summary of this story. Unfortunately, I cannot see or access specific articles as I am a text-based assistant. However, if you provide me with the main points or a brief description of the article, I can help summarize it for you.
SAG-AFTRA contract set to expire at midnight as talks continue. Variety. AI summary of this story. Negotiations between SAG-AFTRA and the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers are ongoing, with major differences still remaining on issues such as artificial intelligence. Talks could continue after the July 4th holiday, but the contract expires at midnight. If no deal is reached, SAG-AFTRA could call a strike, joining the Writers Guild of America, which has been picketing since May 2nd. A strike would halt scripted TV and film production, but members have not been given strike rules or instructions. Guilds are pushing for fair streaming residuals.
Now a poem about today's entertainment news. In the realm of stage and screen, a loss so great, Alan Arkin's light now dimmed by fate. With Oscar in hand for his sunshine so bright, he shone in our hearts like stars in the night. Yet as one legend fades, another does rise, Avatar: The Last Airbender, a quest in disguise. Announced with a trailer, whispers in the air, Nintendo Switch brings this tale so fair. Through lands unknown with powers untamed, balance sought as destiny is claimed. A world awaits in pixels and play, Nintendo of America guides the way. In Hollywood's realm contracts do vie, SAG-AFTRA's discussions reach the midnight sky. Their voices unite, for fair wages they plea, Variety chronicles this industry decree. From Arkin's brilliance to Avatar's quest, from contracts expiring to negotiations pressed, in the tapestry of news, life's threads intertwine, a symphony of stories, both yours and mine. Now, a silly joke or two to lighten the mood after all the heavy stuff.
What do you call a duck that gets all A's? A wise quacker. I got a reversible jacket for Christmas. I can't wait to see how it turns out. Where do cats write notes? Scratch paper.